How long have you been friends?
A day. We met on the plane.
We did.
Since I did that long Twitter thread about
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I reached out instantly, like, do you want to be in an episode?
Do you kind of finish each other's sentences?
Oh. Well, I really think that
Or jokes.
we
don't.
think about things.
Yeah.
Where did the idea for doing Shatter Belt come from?
Well, I love the Twilight Zone, and I've always thought it was fascinating that Rod Serling was able to make such incredible stories out of so little resources. And so during the pandemic, I was just itching to make something, and Shatter Belt started gushing from my brain.
But the stories that I've seen are very, very different. What sparked it was especially the one that Patton is in. What is the germination of that? Where did that come from?
I wake up every morning with a new story idea, and when I saw Patton got excited about my movie Coherence, I just instantly was motivated to write an episode for him.
So tell me, what was the most challenging part of doing that particular episode?
Yeah, Patton. What was the most challenging, disgusting thing that we had to
James
deal with?
loves verisimilitude, and we shot in an actual junkyard that was, every surface was covered with variations of the plague that I'm sure have never been studied, and it was so friggin' disgusting. It was a wonderland of tetanus. So I basically was, my dressing room was my car because I didn't want to touch anything. And then in the middle of shooting the exterior stuff, then a massive sandstorm blew in. So I'm swallowing dust, and it was very, very challenging conditions, which I do think seeing the finished product really, really helped. The
We
tension
captured the
yes.
pain. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you capture that pain?
So Howie Mandel was a no-go for this one, right?
He passed very quickly.
He was there, and Patton actually gave him a ride to set. Howie bailed, and we're like, Patton, do you want to step in?
The dust was so bad that he blew a glove up over his
To
head.
try to
Left
breathe.
it actually,
Yeah, he was walking
left it there
around,
and then drove away.
and that's why
how
we let him go. And we was like,
Yeah.
Patton, he took your car. Do you want to do the lines?
Well, I guess I'm here.
And he
so.
was very game.
Yes.
I would have loved to have seen it.
Oh, yeah.
The most disgusting visual from that set. The most disgusting thing you saw in that junkyard.
The flies on our food
Oh, my God.
as soon as we got in, maybe?
Yeah, literally, if you put any piece of food down, flies would all just land on it. And I had just read an article about flies where every time a fly lands on an object, it immediately throws up because that's its instinct, because it needs to start seeing if it's food and if it can digest it. So if you see a fly land on your food and then fly away, your food just got vomited on, microscopically vomited on by a fly.
Patton's about to take a bite of a breakfast burrito, and about 50 flies just land on it, and he's like, should I bite it?
We're done.
And we're like, just bite it. Just go. Just how bad could it be?
And you bought him lunch.
I should have. I wish.
They should.
I wish you would have been there to
enough.
suggest that, but now it makes sense. Yeah.
Should have been
Of course.
tubes.
I'm rethinking a lot of things about the shoot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this episode first. Patton, on the face of it, you're a loser, but you're really not. And you keep saying, okay, you're not because you get your day. You do get your day.
Well, yes, but it's an episode about how sometimes when you get your day or become immortal or do something that lasts, it doesn't often happen on your terms, and a lot of times you don't get to be aware of that. So what I love about that episode, without giving too much away, is it does make you, as you come out of it and then look at the world and what we deem as classical or eternal, we wonder how much of these were just accidents, how much of these were just happenstance. And I love that aspect to it.
Well, you get a legacy, but you don't know it.
Exactly. I mean, but I think there's a lot of people who have a legacy and do not know it. You know, for every person who, you know, dies knowing that they're a legend, there are also the Edgar Allan Poes, the William Blakes, the H.P. Lovecrafts, who die in obscurity with no name, and well, everything I did was for naught, and then, oh my God, there are whole university courses based around me. None of those guys knew that was coming.
That's true. Can you tell us anything about the other episodes that we could?
Oh yeah, the
forward
one
to?
we're about to shoot is about a robot-human interaction that involves some inappropriate touching. And
Is Patton involved in that?
no, but I'm hoping he does the Christmas episode that's
Yes.
coming up, where we have an alternative reality Christmas episode. They all have a little bit of a pulp science fiction aspect to them.
Without giving too much away, he told me the plot for the robot one over dinner a few weeks ago, and it's pretty, it's brilliant and goes to one of those, I don't want to say cringe, but like a level of plausibility where you're cringing because you could see this happening in 5 years. That's what's so insane about that one. Like, I can absolutely see that
Becoming a problem.
becoming a problem down the line.
Yeah.
What's an idea that you have kind of rolling around your head right now that you want to see happen?
As a Shatter Belt episode, or just Peace on Earth?
As production-wise, and as Peace on Earth.
I would
One of
love
each.
to have a budget to take a Shatter Belt episode to another planet or into some other realm that we haven't seen before, so that it surprises you and not everything is just kind of kitchen sink.
Not just 1,000 years ahead or whatever.
Yeah, always surprise the audience is the goal.
What about you, Patton? Is there something rolling around in your head?
I mean, I have some ideas for things, but they're in amorphous form. I certainly have. It's weird, and I don't want to do that whole. Sometimes truth is crazier than fiction, but I will get an idea or the germ of an idea for something, and then something will happen in the news where it's like, well, this
There it
speculative
is.
thing that I was thinking of is now happening. So now what the hell, So outpacing the reality that we're in now, outrunning the velocity of the craziness is a bit of a challenge.